And hi, good evening, mga arthritis warriors. This is Dr. Jonathan Flordelis. You can call me Dr. Joe of Cebuano, hip and knee specialist. And today we are going to talk about hip fractures. Just earlier today, had two patients ask about hip fractures, and you have to understand the level of health here in the Philippines, is getting higher and higher. The lifespan of patients is getting higher and higher. We've had patients who are 100 years old and beyond. So, oldest hip fracture patient, hip replacement was about 102, and knee patient also around 101 or 102 years old din po. So, what is this saying? Our level of healthcare is improving, but the level of strength, the level of fitness sa mga patients natin may need to improve also, or else we may in the future get fractures because we're not taking care of our general health. So we created this live para sa mga arthritis warriors because with arthritis comes also yung fear ng imbalance, pwedeng matumba, pwedeng magka-fracture, and majority of the elderly patients na magkaka-fracture can have yung tinatawag na hip fractures po. So, going into sa ating group, we have the Hip and Knee Arthritis Cebu's Facebook group. We've had some patients ask questions. Here is our first question. Question is Julie. Julie is from Antipolo. So, hi Ma'am Julie from Antipolo. Doc, yung question ni Julie is, Doc, I think we have no choice. My mother is in pain and admitted sa Antipolo na hospital. I am asking what to do. Kailangan ba talaga ng surgery ng mother ko because she is really in pain? I think you already know po, Ma'am Julie, salamat sa tanong. And thank you for sharing with us. You're from Antipolo and your mother is, how old? Her mother is 90 years old, si nanay. A very high risk po. And advice kasi is really do surgery kahit high risk. Kailangan ba talaga ng surgery, Doc? So, goals are important. If your mother is 90 years old, tapos naglalakad pa siya before the accident, then I would say, let's give her quality of life back. Ibalik natin ang paglalakad ng nanay niyo po. And yes, I would say surgery, even in a high-risk patient, is important because if you do not do surgery, hindi makakalakad po yung nanay niyo, then malaking chance, base sa mga patients na nakita ko, pwedeng magka-pulmonya or pneumonia, magka-bed sores, magkakasugat yung likod, puwet niya, no? And maraming mga issues, medical issues na pwedeng mangyari sa isang high-risk na patient. So, I do believe surgery is the only way na makakalakad yung mother niyo knowing na may displaced femur na fracture po, no? And even if she's 90 years old, kailangan talaga ng tinatawag na medical clearance. Every patient is different. And that's why you have to go talk with your family, talk with your doctor para po masagot yung mga tanong ng pamilya po. Ideally, it's good to have a group talk if the family has different mga anaks na nasa labas, no, or family members abroad. An online consultation with everyone, an online meeting, an online conference call is something that you may do with your doctor if yung mga relatives nyo po ay nasa Australia daw. And hopefully, you can get your answer because kailangan ng family magkaisa, no? Ayaw natin magwatak-watak, ayaw natin mag-away-away. When these things happen, we have to get together para yung nanay nyo na 90 years old, na very high risk, makakalakad ulit. Again, every patient is different, so I am not there to be giving advice. Please consult with your doctor po kung sino man siya. And yes, it is okay to get a second, third opinion if you feel na hindi kayo komportable sa mga doktor po. I personally always tell my patients na you do have the right to get an opinion sa iba't ibang doktor. So thank you for that question. And Mga arthritis warriors, don't forget, if you have questions about the hip fractures po yung topic natin dito. Talking about hip fractures, lalo na sa mga elderly or relatively active agers yung tawag nila, no? Here to answer questions. First question was from Julie from Antipolo. Let us know if you have additional questions with regards to yung hip fracture po. And next is, we do have another patient. This is from Cebu City. Okay, from Cebu City. So Ma'am Virgie is from Cebu City. Yung mother din ni Ma'am Virgie is na-fracture din po sa hips. Doc, I have magpapa-opinion po. Yung first kasi, Doc, na diagnosis is fracture sa femur neck. So it's a femoral neck fracture. That is the first na diagnosis. The second na opinion po sa ibang doctor is intertrochanteric fracture. Ano po ba yung difference ng dalawa po? So, for patients who don't understand yung terms, no, meron tayong iba't ibang hip fracture. Meron sa may ulo or head. Meron sa may leeg, which is neck. Intertrochanteric fractures is medyo mababa po. Majority of hip fractures, again, need surgery. But knowing the difference, mas maraming options for the fractures na nasa intertrochanteric area. And hindi lahat kailangan ng tinatawag na hip replacement. Lalo na pagbata, we try to go for a fixation. Pag matanda, that's when we consider mostly a hip replacement po. But thank you for that question. That's again from Cebu City, no? We are moving on sa mga tanong natin. Good evening, mga arthritis warriors. If you are getting value from this, please like, follow, and share this with your friends. And if you know someone na may injuries sa hips, some patients here in the Philippines do not get treated immediately. In other countries, this is considered, yung hip fractures are considered a surgical and medical emergency. Patients ideally get treatment agad within 24 to 48 hours. Here in the Philippines, it takes a little bit longer. Some patients even do not get surgery until about months after, or sometimes even years. No, neglected yung iba kasi a lot of the patients are afraid, natatakot, and a lot of the patients don't know where to go kasi hindi nila alam na kailangan talaga ng opera, no? So moving on sa ating mga hip fracture questions dito sa chat group, we are looking at, Doc, pwede po bang ipahilot yung nanay ko kasi parang in pain po siya? So, thank you for that question. If meron po tayong hip fracture at gusto niyong ipahilot, please avoid doing so kasi what you will be doing is giving your relative more pain. Pag may bali yung buto, tapos na manipulate po yan, sobrang sakit niyan. We advise at least a first aid with a doctor in a hospital. We do traction, which is to keep it in place and give it a little tension, but we do not move it around. Wala tayong nilalagay na mga lana, oils, liniments, or creams, and we do not move it kasi sobrang sakit po ng hip fracture po. So please avoid this. Yung mga chiro, bawal din po yun because they know na the more they manipulate, the more the pain ng mga patients po. So please don't attempt to manipulate a fracture. Please consult a medical specialist, an orthopedic specialist. If you have one near you, you can definitely get a second, third opinion from any specialist in the hospital po. So, yung I hope klaro po yun kasi alam ko na dito sa Philippines, unang pinupuntahan yung hilot po, and ngayon mukhang meron na ding mga chiropractors, and not everyone can be healed with a hilot or chiropractors, lalo na pag may fracture sa hips po. So this is a message sa ating arthritis warriors. Doc, meron po fracture si nanay at wala kaming ginawa kasi akala namin na mag-heal po siya. We were hoping na pwedeng isimento po yung nanay ko. So mga arthritis warriors, yung casting or semento is usually done for fractures na nasa gitna ng buto. Hindi pwede sa tip ng bone or sa hip fractures. Hindi po yan sinesemento. Really, the only way for patients to walk back to life is actually do the hip replacement. And I know na maraming takot sa operasyon, but permanent disability kasi yan for a lot of patients pag hindi inoperahan. And if you think na casting will help, again, casting is generally done in children with long bone fractures nasa gitna ng buto, hindi nang yung nasa tip or end, which is what the hip fracture is. It is a fracture in the joint, hindi pwede yung sinesemento po. So, hope klaro po yun. Okay? So, Doc, totoo po ba na nakakamatay po yung operasyon? So, there is maybe some truth to this. Marami yung takot sa operasyon na hindi na makagising daw. And ang truth is actually baliktad, no? Pag tinitingnan natin yung mga matatanda, pag hindi sila nakalakad, they grow weaker and weaker. So that is why we want to help them walk again, walk back to life, because when you don't do surgery and they get weaker and weaker, dun sila namamatay. They lose hope, they go into depression, they get pneumonia, bed sores, at yun yung usual cause ng death in most patients. Hindi naman dahil sa opera po. Because before we do surgery, gusto namin na medically cleared. Chine-check po natin yan sa ating mga internal medicine doctors, and after the internal medicine doctors, nagda-double check naman din yung mga surgeons, nagda-double check din yung mga anesthesia doctors so that we have an extra level of care before any surgery po. So, bedridden nga yung patient, yun yung mga causes ng death. Of course, na there may be some who die from not from the surgery but from surgical complications, but that is very, very low. Wala pa tayong data except 2% yung complications ng total complications of a hip replacement is around 2%. Ibig sabihin 98%. So majority of the patients are successful. Again, if you do the research, ito po yung pinaka successful na operasyon sa buong mundo. Bar none, I think na ito talaga yung pinaka-successful according to the data and statistics po. Tapos, sa totoo lang, mas nakakamatay yung walang nagagawa, hindi makakalakad, nasa kama lang, magkaka-bed sores, magkaka-pneumonia po. So, hope you got value from this, mga arthritis warriors. If you know that we are approaching more elderly na lifestyle, we need to get back yung prevention po. How to prevent po yung hip fractures from happening? The lifestyle is more active lifestyle, more exercise, also the proper diet, proper foods, and combine it with supplements and medication for bone weak bones or osteoporosis. That is how we prevent hip fractures. It's diet, lifestyle, supplements, and of course, proper exercise and proper sleep. Moving on sa mga tanong natin dito sa Arthritis Warriors na group natin. Doc, pag nag-pain medications, lifetime na po ba after surgery? So, actually, hindi yan lifestyle or lifetime po yung mga gamot. Because usually the pain of a hip replacement with the new techniques is very minimal. Some of my patients stop taking medicines after the first or second week. Pag meron man, they're taking yung mga blood thinners, and these are not usually painful because we have minimally invasive techniques, yung hindi nagka-cut ng muscle. Anterior hip replacement is something that is we are doing Ibig sabihin, yung mga ginagawa sa labas na outpatient na hip replacements, that's how they do it. Minimally invasive, less damage sa muscles, less pain po yung patient, and you don't need to take yung medication forever naman po. So, that is why it's important. Always talk to your doctor. Baka naman natatakot po kayo sa hip replacement because you don't understand it. And dito sa Pilipinas, marami yung takot. Yung last patient ko, 5 years niya iniinda yung pain ng arthritis. Hindi nagpa-hip replacement dahil takot na takot siya. Baka hindi siya makagising. And of course, it's not the truth. After surgery, naglalakad agad at uwi naman siya day 2 post-op. So, hope that gives inspiration sa ating mga arthritis warriors. Ang hip replacement po ba, Doc, ay para sa mayaman lang. So, actually, one thing that we have here in the Philippines is government assistance. A lot of our arthritis warriors may not know how to get government assistance. The easiest way is from the government hospitals na may malasakit fund. Yung may tinatawag na Z packages can be done in government hospital. Pwedeng makalibre. Hopefully, meron kayong government hospital near you. And hindi yan totoo na para sa mayaman lang. Because even the private hospitals nowadays, they can give you assistance in the social service section from, number one is the DSWD. The PCSO have been there for a very long time. You also have now the Office of the Vice President is also helping. And there are many charitable institutions pa. May mga MAIF pa. So again, even in your private hospital, go to the social service section, ask about how you can get less sa costing sa hospital. And know about the requirements for DSWD, PCSO, MAIF, and hopefully that can lessen costs in your area. Dito sa Cebu City, meron din tayong CHAMP or CHAMP for Cebu City patients. And in different cities, meron din silang sarili nilang assistance sa government. So, hope that helps mga arthritis warriors. Even if hindi mayaman, gusto natin makalakad din para mabalik yung yung life nila po. So, again, good evening everyone. I'm Dr. Joe Flor-de-Lis. If you're getting value from this cast, please like, follow, and share this with your friends. We're answering questions on hip fractures and hip replacements. And I think na marami tayong mga patients na nagkakaroon ng mga hip fractures, lalo na yung mga elderly. When you have arthritis, you have poor balance. So improving the balance, improving strength is something that you want to do to prevent yung mga hip fractures po. Again, this is a similar question. Doc, takot kami sa hip replacement. How dangerous is a hip replacement ba? Yung operasyon ni tatay para sa balakang ay hip replacement daw. So I think it's not really dangerous in itself because we are doing a clearance to make sure that safe po yung tatay niyo po. We're also double checking this with the anesthesia doctor, and even the surgeons make sure na safe po yung nanay at tatay niyo before any surgery. Age alone is not a disqualifier because meron tayong ginagawa na 90, 100 years old na patients as long as medically fit sila according to our friends sa internal medicine. Anesthesia techniques are very safe naman po. So patients will not actually have any pain during the surgery. So we do have patients na may 70, 80, 90 years old. Check them out sa ating page para maintindihan nyo yung mga fears nyo ay hindi naman kailangan ma-afraid kayo. Orientation. So the orientation helps educate patients and inspire patients kasi para makalakad sila ulit. They must understand first ano po ba yung hip replacement, ano po ba yung mga kailangan i-prepare, paano i-prepare yung sarili nila before any surgery. So doing the orientation just makes things better po para po na mawawala yung takot around surgery din. So, in relation to this, the next question we have, mga arthritis warriors, are what tests, doc, or preparations are needed before yung hip replacement surgery? So, generally, may mga blood tests po tayo. especially mga heart tests din if the patient is 60 years old and above. We make sure the blood sugar and blood pressure are normal, and preparation din ng bahay because we want to make sure kung nadapa or nadakdak si nanay because of some tripping on the electric fan or the rug, kailangan ayusin natin yung bahay po. We also prepare walkers in preparation for surgery to assist para sa mga patients natin na hindi maganda yung balance po nila. So having a walker helps also. So those are just some of the things that we need to prepare a patient who is going to undergo yung hip replacement surgery. So guys, always consult with your doctor and wag maniwala sa mga kapitbahay na hindi doktor po. So next question is, Doc, how long does a hip replacement typically take? Depending on the surgeon and the expertise and the type of approach, some will do the surgery in 1 to 2 hours, sometimes even less. It's a straightforward procedure naman. Pagkatapos ng 1 to 2 hours, balik sa recovery room for maybe another 2 hours or 3 hours before babalik sa kwarto po. Yes, you are able to walk the same day as surgery, and that's why I like to do yung anterior hip replacement, no muscles cut, faster recovery po, para makalakad agad. Because who wants to stay in the hospital? Para kasing metro ng taxi pumapatak. So we want the patients to get out of the hospital as fast as possible and with less pain po. So thanks for that question. Next question we have is, Doc, may mafe-feel po ba tayo na pain during the surgery? Usually, wala namang pain during surgery because of the anesthesia doctors. They do a very good job. They feel nothing. And of course, may amnesia din. They don't remember a lot. So after the surgery, meron tayong pain relievers din for the remaining surgeries po. So I think that next question, Doc, when can my loved one walk again after a hip replacement? So most patients are walking within 24 hours of surgery. And then a lot of these patients need a walker but are discharged day 2 or day 3 after surgery. Again, walking depends on your fitness. Baka naman week na week yung patient, kailangan pa rin ng physical therapy. Every patient is different. That's why always consult your doctor po. Again, the next question is, Doc, how long is the hospital stay after a hip replacement? Standard hospital day is usually 2 to 4 days in total. So you can stay about 2 days after surgery, sometimes 3 or 4, but those are rare because gusto natin makauwi yung patient. But the discharge criteria is really wala na silang pain, happy na sila, and confident na po yung mga patients natin na risks and complications po. Of anyone who is thinking na may mga risks yung hip replacement, that is correct. Some of the common complications are all preventable, yung mga deep vein DVT. That's why we give blood thinners, we give antibiotics for infection. And I think na the later long-term complications can be loosening, because sometimes the hip replacement can loosen, can be also due to infection. So for me, those are some of the complications, but we always double check and we always try to give patients medication like antibiotics to prevent infection, blood thinners to prevent DVT, and we double check everything with x-rays para walang loosening po. Again, 98% success rate yung hip replacement, only 2% have complications, and these are usually avoidable naman po. So mga arthritis warriors, I think that's all the time we have for tonight. It's been 30 minutes, and if you have questions about hip replacement, hip fracture, hip AVN, please comment them in the chat below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And this is Dr. Joff, your Cebuano hip and knee specialist. I'm signing off for tonight. Bye-bye.